In this video, we're going to look at example 1 from 4.4, where we add rational expressions with like denominators. So the question is, what is the sum? And then we're going to be given two examples that we need to simplify. So x over x plus 4 plus 5 over x plus 4. And like they mentioned, we already have like denominators, so this problem becomes pretty simple. All we need to do is add up our numerators. So we can rewrite this as one fraction with the same denominator, the x plus 4, it just comes down. And then the numerator would be our terms x plus 5. Now, if these were like terms or like expressions, we would combine them, but we can't do anything with that, right? So x and 5 are unlike terms. That's it, that's our sum. Pretty easy. Now in part B, we're doing the same thing. And notice that it mentions that we have like denominators. In part B, my denominators don't look the same, but if I was to rewrite these, and I kind of have the choice, I can either factor the first fraction denominator, or I can distribute and multiply the second one, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to rewrite this first one exactly as it is, but my second one, instead of leaving it in the form it's in, I'm going to distribute this x. So we get x squared plus 3x. Now, there is the chance that later on you would have to factor to see if you can reduce or cancel anything, but for the sake of this problem, we're just putting them in as like terms. So these two are now like denominators. Remember, we could have also rewritten these denominators as x plus 3, and shown them that way. All right, if we decided to write it that way. For this problem, again, it's up to you. It's not going to make a huge difference. Now, since we have like denominators, we can add our numerators. And to do that, you do want to be careful when you have multiple terms in the numerator. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put parentheses around this just to kind of remind myself to be careful. So I'm going to write this x squared plus 3x as my denominator. But in my numerator, I'm going to write 2x plus 1 plus 3x minus 8. Now, as you get better at this, there are things that you'll be able to kind of shortcut and cut out. But for the sake of this problem and explanation, we're going to just show all of the steps. Since this is an addition problem, these parentheses no longer matter. Right? We can get rid of them. And the signs of my two expressions here, this 3x minus 8, will stay the same. So this will still be over x squared plus 3x. And now I'm going to combine like terms in my numerator. So I have 2x plus 3x, that's going to give me 5x, and a positive 1 minus 8 is going to be negative 7. And then my denominator will not change. You should always look to see if you can simplify this, if there's anything, any like terms or any common terms in the numerator and denominator. There's not in this example. But this is kind of where sometimes it would be helpful to use the factored version of the denominator. But again, for the sake of this problem, we're just focusing on noticing that the like denominators mean that we can just combine our numerators. We can add them right up. And that's it. You have these try it problems down on the bottom. Give them a try. Those ones are both a little bit easier because the denominators are exactly the same already. There's nothing you have to manipulate. Just be careful with your numerators. Make sure that you're combining like terms.